Oh. Do you realize you, my dear, are blessed? Hello, gals, and welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol-free so we can heal our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. I'm Becca Jacobson, and it is snippet time. I got a snippet for you, and I have good news for you. You are blessed. You have a blessed life. You are special. You, if you struggle with alcohol, and I'm assuming you do, really are blessed. Because you, my dear, are going to be forced to step up to the plate and be courageous. Because the alternative is unthinkable. Let's first talk about what courage means, because you're going to need it. Do you have it? I suspect you do. What is courage? Courage is not absence of fear, right? Let's remember this. We know this, right? We know this, but let's talk about it. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is acting in spite of fear. Remember that book back in the day was called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway? That's courage. Yep. Giving up alcohol takes courage. Yep. It feels scary. Yes, we experience all sorts of anxiety. But we realize, sooner or later, we get to a point where we realize, oh my God, I got to do something about this. For real this time. No more bullshit. No more, I promise I'll never drink again or never again or only on Saturdays. We fail and fail and fail and fail. And we all, sooner or later, we have to get to that point where we go, okay, no, I got to seriously do something. And that means do something we've never done before, because we also know that if we keep trying to quit the same way we've tried over and over, we're just acting what they call insane. Remember that? There's another old expression. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Well, it's a silly expression, but there is some truth, isn't it? There is some truth in it. And so that's the moment I'm talking about. The moment where you decide, I got to do something different about this because I've tried everything I can think of. That takes courage. That takes willingness. This addiction to alcohol is not for pussies. I'm telling you, your average person would fall apart and die if they had to go through what we go through. The fact that we're able to get our asses up in the morning when we've drank against our will again the night before and face the day, that means you are one tough cookie. That means you are made of solid stuff. I really do believe. I mean, have you ever met someone that they don't have any particular, compared to that, you're thinking, oh, really? And they're just little cream puffs, right? Oh, my life is so hard. I have such a difficult life because they've got normal human struggles. Well, you have normal human struggles on top of your alcohol struggles, and you go through all of them. You have the same struggles as they do, except you've also got this problem. And it's kind of, you're like, oh, you poor thing. Yeah, right. If you only knew what it feels like to have to get up in the morning, paint a smile on your face, and do your thing, and do what you do, and be grandma, and be whatever you are, and not want to kill somebody. And that no wonder 8 hours later, it's time for a glass of wine. Even though, and then, then don't forget this one. Don't forget this one. And then the moment comes where you're like, oh my God, I need a glass of wine, but I promised I wouldn't. And now I'm going to have to go through this whole shit thing again. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up and have to go, why? I don't want to drink anymore. And yet I drank again. And then we do it again. Then we do it. That is enough to drive your average person insane. Insane. If you've been struggling with alcohol for any length of time, you know what I'm talking about. But I want to point out to you how much strength it takes for you to keep going on this insane merry-go-round. I'm a tough cookie. I did it for over 30 years. to the point where you just get to the point where you're like, does the moment in my life ever come where I can just live my life and not have to feel guilt and shame and remorse because I drank again against my will again and again and again and again? Week after month after year after decade, it happens. And we still have our sanity. I mean, if you think I'm sane, I'm assuming I'm a little bit insane, but I don't mind. We need a little bit of insanity in Snippet Land or it would be boring around here. But you get my point. You're blessed. You are blessed with this challenge. It's a special type of challenge. It is a special type of life challenge. At birth, this was your challenge. This one, I'm going to give the challenge of alcohol because it's a special type of challenge. It really makes us step up to the plate. It can also kill us. That's true too. Not all of us survive it. All it takes is one getting behind the wheel that one extra time when we shouldn't. But for those of us who step up to the plate, step up to this challenge that we were given at birth, I believe, with all my heart, that's a special person. It takes a special type of courage. And even though it doesn't feel like a blessing, I believe it is. You are blessed to have this challenge because at the end of it, when you finally decide to do the right thing, to get your sobriety, and that means getting the help you need, because that's the right thing to do, and you won't just hear me say that, you'll hear it everywhere. When you decide to do that, you've stepped up, and it takes courage. I totally get that. But that's who you are inside. It's what you were born to overcome. You were born to overcome this. You were born to face the day, to have the courage to feel that fear. We've got all these fears stacked on top of fear. So it's not just fear of giving up alcohol. Then it's the fear of reaching out for help. Then it's the fear of, is it the right help? And then it's the fear of, can I even do what I've got to do to get to the other side? There's all these fears stacked on top of each other that we have to step up and face. You, my dear, are special. And when we wait, and when we're not there yet, we're tipping on the edge. We're on the edge. We've still undecided. Am I going to keep doing the same shit over and over and over? Or am I finally going to just go, okay, let me try this other thing that I just haven't tried yet. And the other thing being getting the help you need and investing in your life, investing your time, investing your energy, investing your faith, investing your trust, investing your courage, and investing from your pocketbook. We have to do all of those things because otherwise it doesn't work. We just slip right back to the bottle. That takes courage. And I want you to know, not only do I know that you can do it, because you're listening to me. You see, those of us who don't have the courage to do this, they're not going to listen to something like the snippets. I'm way too hard ass on you. I'm way too hard on you. I don't give you any fluffy stuff. I don't cream puff around with this. And so anybody who wants cream puff is going to go, oh my God, I can't listen to this. Listen to what she's telling me I have to do. I can't do that. That's crazy. So that's why I know you have the courage to feel that fear, and it's a triple, quadruple fear, and do it anyway. And that is real, true courage. More than that, it is stepping up to the challenge you were born to face. This is the challenge you were put here to face. Oh, you have other ones too. You've probably already faced lots of other ones. You've overcome all sorts of things, but you can't avoid this one. This one is the big one in your life. I thought about that a lot. I thought to myself over and over, why did I have to waste over 30 years of my life in this struggle with alcohol? Why? Like, of all the things that I could struggle with, why this? And I now know that it was because I was strong enough to overcome it. And it was because I needed to find that strength and the courage to say, oh, fine, I'll do it. And I didn't go into it feeling courageous. That's another thing I want you to know. The day you make the decision to finally do what you have to do, you don't feel particularly courageous. You don't. You feel weak and you feel like you're going to fail and you're unsure and you're trembling. But you step forward anyway. That's real courage. That's what I mean when I say real courage is feeling the fear but doing it anyway. It's the only way to grow. If we don't feel any fear, but we do go ahead and do things, well, that's not courageous. You're not growing. Well, it was easy to do. What's the deal? But when you feel that level of fear and you do it anyway, then you're not only growing, but you're stepping up to the challenge you were born to step up to. And my dears, I know not only was that your challenge at birth, but that I'm talking to you, have the courage it takes to feel that fear and step up and do it anyway. And I am here to help you every step of the way. And if you want an extra dose of help from Becca, go to the show notes and sign up for the Sober Living Letters, which I deliver direct to your inbox every Monday. These are supplements to the snippets. I deliver guides and all sorts of help. And the first thing I'll send you right away is 2 gifts. A copy of my international best-selling memoir and a breathing guide, because breathing is indispensable. So as soon as you put your email in, that will come right back directly to your inbox. And after that, every Monday, you will get a Sober Living letter from me to keep you courageous and moving forward and growing. Do it now, and I will see you on Monday.